The stage was set for the top guns of the game to come head-to-head and make their claim in the race to the World Test Championship. Yet a lot more was at stake for both the teams before the series even began. The build-up to the series by the Australian media was conspicuous, to say the very least, with larger-than-life prints of Virat Kohli and Yashasvi Jaiswal published in their print media, and the mind-boggling decision of the Aussies to so-called rest and prepare the key players in preparation of the Bumrah Gavaskar Trophy and not play the ODI series decider against Pakistan, resulting in a historic 2-1 loss against Pakistan. Pakistani fans, don't you forget. Call it arrogance, call it a strategic move, or part of a typical Aussie mind game to show Pakistan on the one hand that they can beat them with their backup team, and show India on the other that they are gearing up to further rub salt to the wounds left on them by New Zealand. Despite being the defending champions, Indians were coming from a demolishing series whitewash, and no matter what the Aussie players said across the interviews about how India is one of the best teams and this, that, the other, I bet they would have been grinning ear to ear knowing the pressure India would be under coming into the series. And that was on display on the very first day of the much anticipated Bumrah Gavaskar Trophy itself, when the legendary pace trio unleashed their volleys of unplayable deliveries, which saw Indian batting folding for a paltry first innings of 150. All thanks to the gutsy stay at the crease by Rahul at the top and a crucial partnership between Rishabh Pant and debutant Nitish Kumar Reddy. Everything was going great for the Aussies so far. The Indians were on the back foot as expected by cricket experts and fans, and Australian fast bowlers had shown why they are the best in the business. But then there came the Bumrah effect. The stand-in captain for the first test, Bumrah had something else in mind, and not only did he pierce through the top order, but to have Steve Smith plumb LBW Golden Duck would have sent the message to the Aussie dressing room of what they were up against. India not only ended up getting a crucial lead going into the second innings, they came out with a much stronger batting performance with unbelievable but expected performances by both Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rahul to forge a 201-run partnership for the first wicket in the second innings. Imagine the effect it would have on the mindset of the Aussie bowlers. Perhaps just a taste of their own medicine, who are well known for exhausting their opposition, especially in a long 5-match series, and that too at the most challenging cricket pitch in Australia. Yashasvi's big 100 was followed by the much-awaited 81st 100 by Kohli, and in came the declaration from the Indian camp to challenge the struggling Australian batters and put them to face Indian lethal fast bowling for the last 20 or 25 minutes. It turned out to be the icing on the cake when Australia was left reeling at 12 for 3 at the end of the day. Not much could have been expected by the debutant McSweeney, but the likes of Labuschagne were definitely expected to arrive at the party and take on the Bumrah & Co challenge. Well, he not only failed miserably, but he exposed the Australian middle order, leading to widespread criticism and calls demanding him being dropped from the squad. But as we all know, Australia will remain unchanged, as it shows the faith they have in him and Smith's abilities. Plus, it's a long series, so perhaps there's no need to press the panic button as of yet. We shall see how the master and the protege make their comeback. Bumrah, without any doubt, deserves the #1 bowler slot in the ICC rankings and has recovered from his injuries as if he never had any, unlike other cases where players, especially bowlers, struggle and end up either losing their pace or have a chance of recurrence of the injury. I'm sure we can mention quite a few Pakistani pacers in this situation. Credit must be given where it's due, the way the Indian management invested in Bumrah and managed his workload well by not having him play every series. It also goes to show that the decision of the Indian board to allow the players to only play one league is proving to be a masterstroke in hindsight. Now, some of these may seem irrelevant in the context of the game, but to me, the beauty of Test cricket is in some defining moments in the game which set the tone for the rest of the series. Here are some of the standouts from the match for me. the Fox Halo. What a wonderful use of technology to show the impact areas of the bat swings, speeds, etc. It was just so fascinating to watch and must be appreciated. It was a commendable fight by the Australian tail, especially Mitchell Starc, to close in the trail and reduce it to under 50. The banter between IPL teammates Mitchell Starc and the impressive debutant Harshit Rana was good to watch. Rana's debut was impressive given the pressure in a historic venue and bowling alongside Bumrah. Another debutant, Nitish Kumar Reddy, looked confident from ball one and will remember his contributions as an all-rounder for a very long time. There was a short passage of the play where Aussie bowlers were on top and bowled 20-odd dot deliveries. Both Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal curbed their urge to score and played proper test cricket. Let me conclude by pointing out a few things here that need to be said. This is not the Australian side it once used to be. The pace attack doesn't look as threatening as it once used to be. Lone spinner Nathan Lyon isn't as effective as he used to be. The Australian fielding is not as sharp as it used to be. Australian top order batters look to rather survive than counterattack and put the pressure back on the bowlers, so the Australian batters aren't as technically sound as they used to be. And this is definitely not the Australian attitude as it once used to be. However, the series has just begun. With a 2-1 ODI series loss to Pakistan after 22 years and losing to India in this first test, Australia will be looking to return to winning ways and put these historic losses behind them. India, on the other hand, has the perfect opportunity to strengthen their chances of qualifying for the WTC finals. Will India keep the momentum going, or will Australia bounce back? We shall find out very soon. Until then, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Take care.